Hey folks, what's up? Welcome back to another Poem Master video, and today let's finally talk about, Erika, Holiday Erika, and Comfey, Syncrid, team comps. Well, not so much team comps, because I mean, it's a tank. What can you do, right? Lucky skills and all that stuff. So, anyways, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to click that subscribe button as I prevent my mic from falling off. Okay, our mic is good. Let's get into this. So, Comfey and Erika, fantastic tank. In my opinion, probably the best overall tank in the game. Just for the sake of tanking, right? Obviously, there are a lot of other tanks that tank and also do other things. Good example, So Blue, right? Tanks also, buffs stats of your team, right? Dawn tanks and also deals some good damage. A lot of tanks that do other things, but just for the sake of just purely tanking, Comfey is something else, right? So, alright, let's first look at its stats. It has fantastic defensive stats, right? 600 some odd HP, 6 or over 200 on both defenses, fantastic. As for the speed, kind of mediocre. Not terrible, but also not crazy either. As for special attack, 288 special attack, which is actually important and actually pretty high, honestly, right? For support. So as for the moves, you got Vine Whip, which is 1 gauge spam, which usually would be fantastic on a support, and it's still good on Comfey, except you just don't really need to use it because it has Draining Kiss, which is so much better. Probably one of the best moves a tank can have in the game, right? And yeah, Draining Kiss heals you up. You tank hits, you heal, and that's good. Very, very good, right? Got X regen all, makes your whole team gradually heal themselves. And then you got Lay Up, which is the trainer move, which is basically an AoE potion for your whole team, and then returns Lord stats of them to normal, and then raises defense of all allied sync bears. Insane move. Right? Only 1 MP, so it's not broken. So that's nice. And the sync move, no additional effect, nothing too special. And as your passives, Healing Hand 2, which is fantastic. 30% chance of removing all status conditions on all allied sync pairs after the Pokemon uses a move. Right? Especially useful when dealing with stuff like the full first battle. They have, like, I think a Go Viral Stun Spore or something. And then there's also stuff like, the Go Viral, or not Go Viral, the poison gas that the Gengar did a few full force battles ago, right? So this is fantastic. Also, it doesn't have to be AoE, it could just be used to like cure your own statuses, which again, tanks getting status is kind of the death of a lot of tanks, right? Some tanks have like quick cure or natural remedy, which is nice, but it only cures it once, right? This, you constantly have a 30% chance of refreshing yourself, right? Which is fantastic. Stamina Reserve 6, usually not that great, but on Comfey, is actually not bad, right? Because usually you see a lot of Stamina Reserve 6 or Stamina Reserve moves on like Strikers, which is kind of cringe and bad. But on a tank, it's actually not terrible, right? Also got Quick Cure to remove confuse, flinch, and trap conditions from yourself. It is only once, but still really, really good, right? So overall, fantastic tank over here, but it gets even better with the Syncrid. So the Syncrid has a lot of great things. It has another Healing Hand too to start, so that's fantastic, right? You also have Draining Kiss Master Healer, which makes Draining Kiss even more broken on Comfey. And then you got like 3 MGR 1s on Vine Whip. HP advantage 5, so if you want to do some damage. And by doing damage, I mean doing more damage so you heal more from your Draining Kiss. You can do that as well, right? Tighten Up 4, 50% chance of raising our special defense when hit by an attack move, which is great. Safety Tether is kind of whatever in my opinion. When you use a sync move, it gives you endurance. Endurance is nice, but it's like 10 energy, not really worth it, honestly. Impatient 1, 12 energy, small chance of reducing sync move countdown by 1 when hit by an attack move. Also, kind of right? Mad Strength 4, good chance of raising your attack when one of your attacks is successful. I don't know why you want to do that. You want to raise your special attack, right? Not physical attack. X region all MP refresh 2, only MP refresh 2, but I'll take it, right? Lay Up MP refresh 2. So unlike Dawn's full restore. This one, even though only 1 MP, does have MP refresh, which is really, really good. And if you just get like 1 MP refresh on this thing, it's so broken, man. Draining Kiss move gauge refresh 3. Uh, it's move gauge refresh 3. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it's good. Something crazy. But yeah, that's basically the grid. Fantastic grid. And as usual, since it is a tank, probably your recommended your skill over here is vigilance for the most part, because you don't want to get crit. If you get crit, you take too much damage, and that's how Comfey really outworks a lot of the other tanks, right? Because the thing about Comfey, like if you look at its defenses, they're really good defenses, but like if you compare it to like any like other fantastic tanks, she does not have as much physical defense as say Steelix or Singsu Blue. Is that more than Dawn? 267. I think Dawn has more, right? Torterra. They have around the same defenses. But yeah, in comparison to like some of like the extremely high defenses, defensive tanks, right? Does not have the highest defenses. Still incredibly high though. But where she excels and why she is, again, in my opinion, right, probably the better, just for tank reasons, right? Because she heals, and that's incredibly important. And she heals a lot. You get the regen every time you attack. You get HP regen, and on top of that, Draining Kiss, you get even more back from that, right? It's just fantastic, right? And you just constantly just have yourself healed. The amount of HP that you gain back, you could easily, right? You could easily gain, like, you have what, 600 HP, it's 615 HP. You could easily gain that back in like 6-7 turns, right? It's not impossible to get like over 100 HP back. I've done that before with Comfey. Fantastic, right? So like you basically get like if you gain over 615 HP back, you basically, it's like having 2 lives, right? And on top of that, you still have the potion, AoE potion, and your X regen all. It doesn't just heal yourself, or you gradually heal yourself. You gradually heal your whole team. This thing is really good defensively, right? So fantastic. So let's talk about the team comp. There really isn't much to talk about because it's a tank. I mean, a tank, you could fit it honestly anywhere, right? There are some teams that you can't fit it on, and those are the teams where they don't have room for an extra tank, right? So for instance, like some strikers that need a lot of setup, or damage dealers that need a lot of setup. For example, a good example would be Skyla Kiss, right? Togekiss. You just do not have the room to like fit something like Erika in there if you want to maximize your potential, right? Offensively. So stuff like that, right? Again, a lot of other units, you can't really fit it in there, right? So I guess Ethan would also be another example, because you want to fit in a Sun user in there, right? You also, kind of want to fit in something that can max out your stats. I guess it's probably not the best, because you could just run Lyra now. I don't know. Just some units that you just can't fit her in there. You can't. But if there are team comps where you could fit her in there, slide her in there. She's incredibly powerful, right? Defensively. So basically any team. There are some units that do complement her relatively well a bit, right? For example, Crobat is not bad because it decreases your opponent's special defenses so that you deal more damage and you heal more. Or, supports that give special attack or crit buffs to your whole team. Those also help, right? Singsu Blue is a good example. Crit buffs for your whole team. Sabrina, although the special attack it doesn't give to your whole team. Special attack for your whole team, stuff like Rotom, right? Rosa. A lot of really great options. Torchic, right? Torchic is very good there. Again, the more increases your special attack, your crit, all that stuff, the more you heal back, the stronger you'll be, the longer you'll stay alive, the higher chances that you're gonna win a stage. A lot of that stuff. Also, some other units that complement her relatively well, stuff like, Serena. I mean, Serena goes well with everyone, but well, almost everyone. But stuff like Serena, Kukui, flinchers, sleepers, all that stuff. Keep your opponent, immobilized for a few turns. Then, just in case you take like a really, really big hit, then you gain some HP back, right? So, anyways, again, not too much to talk about in terms of T comp wise, just mainly just lucky skills and the synchro. So, anyways, that's me for this one, I guess. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know, guys, think in the comments down below. Like and this video, subscribe to the channel for some more Pokemon Masters content. Ultra Lose Moon stream back on the channel later today, sometime in the afternoon/evening. Follow me on Twitter if you want to know when. I tweet about when we're gonna start it because no schedule. And I'll see you guys in the next one.